How was your trip?
It was good, but we were so stupid for going because it was snowing the whole time. It was raining the whole time. So we we went to this butterfly conservatory and our Uber driver, I thought we were going to die. I'm like, oh no, I can't. Like cars were just like pulled over. I'm like, what did we do? And on the way back, it was scary. Like there's so many cars just done.
Gliding
like,
and
crashes.
crashing.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm like, oh
my
my God, I
goodness.
hope we survive.
Oh, because I also know on Canada side, the street that I was telling about, it's like very fun street.
Wait, you went
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Canada
we're
side
right
or is
there.
it
It
US
had
side?
Canada side.
Canada side.
You're right. It was literally right around the corner.
Yeah, but then it's slow.
Oh,
It's a very deep slope. Because I remember when we went last time and I had to push like Ayan's stroller all
my
the way up. And I was like,
That must have been so terrible.
No,
We didn't even walk on that because it was just
I
too
know.
cold.
But
we
like
drove by it.
driving,
Yeah.
driving by, like
Yeah.
going up the
Yeah.
hill would be scary
is
if it's
scary.
snowing.
And they don't
Yeah.
like ice. Like there's people plowing, but there's no ice on the ground. I'm like, this is weird. Why is there no ice? Or, not ice.
You
Is
mean
it-
salt?
Salt. Oh my
Oh,
God.
salt. I was like,
Salt.
wait. I was like, what do you mean there's
Sorry.
no
Why
ice?
do you want? I was like, why do you
Confused
need
for a second there.
why
Oh
do you
my
need
God.
ice on this? It's like it's a good thing.
Scary times, man.
Interesting. Have you seen those videos where like there is a video of like someone in Florida like just sitting on the back of a pickup truck and then like throwing like salt?
Yeah, that's what they had
That's what they do?
last month, yeah.
Oh,
Because
my goodness.
it doesn't normally snow there.
Oh, right. Yeah, they don't
So
know how
they
to
don't
plow.
have the actual equipment to handle that kind of stuff.
Oh my God.
And it's so funny, the guy who's doing it, he's like acting like he's like a flower girl. Like
He's just going weird.
That's
I was
so
like,
cute.
okay. I have to send you the video. It was so funny.
Here.
Did you know it was supposed to snow
Today?
on Thursday? It was
Oh my
supposed to be bad,
gosh.
but now it's not. So I'm really
Wednesday,
excited.
I thought it was it?
Wednesday night,
Into
like
Thursday.
to Thursday.
Yeah, right now it's only 20% now on Thursday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it is back?
I didn't see anything
Like
when I last
20%, like
looked.
literally.
Yeah,
That's
but it was like 90%, and then as of in the morning, it was gone.
Yeah, right now it says 20%, and that's it.
Oh,
Oh, no,
okay.
I don't
And that's
see
even
it.
with
I don't
maybe
see
rain.
it.
Not on mine. It says
That's
nothing.
participation in rain, not even anything.
It says it'll feel like 7 degrees.
I know.
Eesh. Ready
Today,
for warm.
today was cold too.
Yeah, it was
But how was
freezing
Niagara
today.
Falls? Like, it was frozen.
It wasn't
like
frozen, but it was
sides of
very
it.
cold.
Like,
Yeah.
would be frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look at the ice. And Carl's like, no, that's foam. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if it was foam or ice or not.
Yeah. It's beautiful though from the other side.
It really is. Like, it's right there. It was
Mhm.
really nice.
It
But
is.
My favorite was just seeing butterflies. It probably could have done that around here. I just wanted them to land on me, but they did not. It was really rude.
Mhm. I didn't know there was a butterfly.
Yeah, it's like a 10-minute drive.
Mm.
And they also have birds, but I didn't care to see the birds.
Yeah, I don't care. I want to go to Niagara Falls again one time.
Oh my God, but the drive was awful.
Just to eat, because the Indian restaurants in Canada is better than US.
Really?
It's a lot better than US. So
That's good to know. We just went to like Hard Rock and then a steakhouse. That was pretty much it. The steakhouse, Carlos got like a Wagyu steak. I don't know much about steak. You guys
I
probably
don't
don't either. But it was like $100.
I don't do steaks. I don't know either.
Oh, yeah.
you don't.
Me
Nope.
either. I don't eat steaks. But I just went for him.
Other than that,
Yeah. Well, how was your Valentine's Day? What did you? I know parade.
Yes.
we went
the
to
Eagles
parade.
Yes.
Of course.
I went to my mom's house in the evening for dinner. Yeah, I went to my parents' house. Oh my God, my memory's been bad. My brother was over, so we went to my mom's house to see him, had a dinner, and then Saturday, us as a family went out too. But let's start.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Takes from Below. This is Kandarp.
This is Aayushi.
This is Jenny.
Welcome, guys. Today we are just gonna talk, reading stories regarding relationship issues. It could be relationship with anyone, siblings, family, any family member, or husband,
Spouse.
or I know I say husband. Oh,
The spouse.
but I'm
partner.
going
the husband.
But for me, it's always going to be husband, right?
Yeah.
Spouse,
But
partner.
spouse, siblings, parents, anybody.
Uncle, auntie.
Yep, uncle, aunt, anyone. So let's get into it.
Mhm.
Who wants?
Rock, paper, scissors again?
Yes, we are. I'm always gonna do that. All right, me and you.
Yeah. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Ah! All right.
Rock.
Hang on. Sorry. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Whoa!
Damn, Jenny's on the roll.
I need that time to process, you know? Alright. So, my story is from r/am I the asshole, and the username is lavishness2546. And the title is, Am I the asshole for asking for a divorce after my wife called me a loser and mocked my hobbies?
Yes and no. It depends on how far
I mean, kind of.
extent is.
I would say yes too, because like people have their hobbies no matter. And
Exactly.
you might
Yeah.
think they're dumb, right? But
But they don't need to be mocked.
right, yeah, right. It never needs to be mocked. It depends on. Is it rude to say it depends on what it is?
Well, that too, yes.
Yeah.
Depends on what the hobby is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But like
That-
we can't
that
all have the
does-
same interests.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know.
It's tough
But
to
like, what
say.
if the person mocks me for my hobbies?
You're right. And that's not
Then
right.
would you want a divorce?
Ooh, yeah. I don't
No,
know.
I wouldn't want divorce though.
But what if it comes between your hobbies and divorce? Like, what would you choose?
I mean, the amount of time Adit makes fun of me at home.
Oh.
If I divorce him for every single time.
Oh no.
Exactly. So I'm like, I guess it also depends. Like,
Yeah, true.
but it's.
We'll have to see. Yeah.
I have to. Now I'm very curious.
Yeah. Okay. So, my wife and I have been married a few years, and overall things have been fine. But recently, we have had a huge argument that made me reconsider everything. I've always been passionate about gaming, board games, and other hobbies that help me unwind. I have a dedicated room in our house for my setup, which I've put a lot of time and money into. My wife has never been into gaming, but I never thought it was an issue until now. During an argument about something completely unrelated, she snapped and called me a loser and a man child for spending so much time and money on childish hobbies. She went on about how it's embarrassing that I still play video games as an adult and how I should be focusing on more important things. She even mocked my gaming room, calling it a playroom for an overgrown teenager. I was stunned. She had never expressed these feelings so openly before, and hearing her say it with such contempt really hit me. I asked her if she had always felt this way, and she doubled down, saying she thought I would eventually grow out of it. That was a breaking point for me. I don't think I can be with someone who doesn't respect something that is such a big part of my life. It's not just about gaming, it's about the fact that she sees me as immature or a joke because of my hobbies. I told her I wanted a divorce. Now she's acting like I'm overreacting, that I'm throwing our marriage away over some words. Some of our friends think I'm making a rash decision, but I feel like this was more than just an insult. It was a glimpse into how she truly sees me. Am I the asshole for deciding I don't want to be with someone who looks down on me like this?
Kind of, yeah. Because I mean, I get it. I don't. So the way wife lashed out was wrong. That, oh, you're a man child. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with like any age playing the games, video games. Like, I think it's for everybody.
Yeah.
Even if 70-year-old men can play their games. But for divorce, I don't think so. Maybe therapy. Or also makes me wonder, like, how much time are you spending on these games, right? Like, because for me, it's like if my husband is playing game, I could give a shit as long as he's spending time with me and kids. If he wants to play a game, like 2 hours a week or whatever, fine. Like, but
Wait, 2 hours a week?
a week, yeah.
Where do you draw the line? Like, what if it was
like 2 hours a week? That's way too low for somebody
Yeah.
who's a gamer.
Yeah, that's 2 hours a day.
Yeah, I was
2
gonna
hours.
say.
I mean, someone is a game. I'm just saying. I don't know the situation.
I know, but I'm saying.
I'm talking about my situation where I have 2 toddlers.
I know, but I'm just saying, but somebody, because
I
they're
don't
talking
know.
about somebody being who's into gaming, board games, and video games. So for somebody
But that's what
who's
I'm
into that,
saying. That's what I'm questioning.
1 to 2 hours, I think it's gonna be there.
Okay, well, if you have 1 to 2 hours, can you please pass on that extra hours to me? Because like, I'm dying to even find a time for myself.
Right.
In this case, I don't think that he mentioned anything about having kids or anything.
They didn't. No.
So
I know, but they did not. But that's what I'm saying. Like, he did not. He left out a lot of information.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
of course.
why did she all of a sudden snap after all these years?
Whatever
right?
the
Like,
argument they had. Did they say how long they were married for?
yeah,
For a few years.
Just to say a few years.
but that's what I'm saying. The way he's so vague about like importance. Is she pregnant? You're not helping out in the house. Is she dealing with
Oh,
a
yeah, I mean,
newborn
there's
and
gonna
you're
be a
not
lot of-
helping?
I
Exactly.
mean, there's a
right?
lot of
Like,
what ifs.
exactly. There is a
There
lot of
definitely
what
is
if,
gonna be a lot
but
of
that's
ifs.
what I'm saying. Like, if you don't have any kids and you have time, I can see it. But again, are you picking up your slack at home?
But the question is based on the information that's presented to us is the question.
I know, but that's what I'm like. I mean, hey, I'm pretty sure people in the comments are asking.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they're asking too.
But that's what I'm saying. But also, like, based on the information, also, he's kind of an asshole for thinking that I should just divorce my wife.
Yeah, for that, yes, I agree.
Like,
They mean
I don't think it's
seek a
such a
couple
big
counseling if you want, but not full blown divorce just on that one argument.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he probably feels that she has lost respect for him at this point because, like, of the things she's saying to him.
I don't see. I think where the
Which
way
for
the
men is a
comments,
big deal to them.
yes,
Exactly, that's
I
what
get it. For men, it's a big
The
deal,
ego.
but for the
Not an ego,
woman,
just
I
being-
feel like
disrespected.
Yeah,
and also like I said, for her to suck it up all this while, and when she the
but it's
way
also on her for not ever bringing it up either. For the whole this
That's-
year
I
they've been
get it,
together,
I
been
get it.
married.
But the way
She
she
should
said
have
it,
brought it up at some point, and not a few years after into the marriage.
but I'm really having this strong feeling that she just snapped because he's not picking up after himself. Like,
It could be. This is only 1 day old, but a lot of the comments are saying that he's not the asshole, that he already had his hobbies before they got married. It's unreasonable for her to expect him to grow out of it. You marry the
my
person
also
you
thing is
have.
like, if it was, let's switch it around.
If it was her playing video games,
Or any other hobby that she had.
yeah,
And he snapped and he said that, oh, you are still a child playing these
Yeah,
games or
like,
whatever. Or
playing
like
with
says
Barbies.
she's playing with the dolls.
yeah.
And he says that I'm pretty sure
around matter. Same scenario.
it is the same scenario, but I'm positive at the same time people will be like, oh, that's creepy.
Well, according to
No,
men,
I
women
don't
don't
think so.
have hobbies, so
I
that's why
know,
it's kind of
that's
I don't know
important.
things. I know a lot of, I mean, not personally, but I know a lot of girls who are also gamers as well.
Don't worry. So Carlos loves Pokemon cards, collects them all, and he plays video games for hours at a time. But like if we had kids and he was doing that, I think I'd be so angry.
that's
I
what I'm
probably would start
saying.
to be like, "What are you doing? Like you could be doing this, you could be doing that." But since we don't, it's like we're both chilling. So it's
But
like,
that's what I'm saying, right? Like, so for instance, like Adit used to play cricket every summer, right? Okay, fine. Do it. He would spend like whole Saturday. And I used to get mad about it even before marriage. And I was like, I don't mind you go play, but like go play on a Sunday.
Right.
Because on Saturday he goes to play and he will always get hurt on Saturday. And Sunday we can't do anything. So my whole weekend of summer is gone in just like because he's recovering from like
right.
whole day of playing game. Because he like 40 hours 40 overs is like what, like 8 hours of playing cricket or not, something like that. So whole day is gone. And I'm like, my summer break is weekends are gone. So I would get mad just because he's playing on Saturday. But since like Ayan is born, he was like, I'm not gonna go. So first summer he didn't go. Then second summer also he didn't go. Because then I got pregnant and now Ashi is there. So he didn't go for like 4 years. But now he's like, okay, maybe I'm gonna pick up like this summer maybe. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Go this summer, but also make time for kids. Because if you don't make time for kids, then I'm gonna be pissed again.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad
Right?
that he made the sacrifice for you guys. Though.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, as a woman, I don't have a problem with my husband having hobby. It's like, is that hobby taking over the time from the family? That's when I'm gonna have problem.
Yeah, definitely.
Or a wife too, right? Like maybe it's also like wife is like, oh, I come home, I am making dinner and everything, we are eating the food, and then you just go off to play game, and now we don't spend time together. So let's just take the kids out of the scenario. But if he's spending 2 hours a day, if you're telling me you're working 9 to 5 job, you're coming home, you're making dinner, you're not spending time with your wife at this point. Now you're eating dinner, and now you just went to play game for 2 hours before bedtime. You're not giving time to your wife. Maybe that's why she's snapping.
But they both put in the work, and I feel like you can decompress after work how you want to.
That's what I'm saying. Like
if you
maybe
eat
came up
dinner
with the
together,
time. Like
yeah, you
okay,
have to compromise something.
let's have like hour. Give me hour, and let's just after dinner have a sit down and watch a show or something for
Yeah.
an hour. Then you go play your games or whatever, and I will read my book or
Yeah,
whatever, and then I'll
yeah.
hit the bed, and you just come to bed whenever you want. But
Yeah.
I think like for me, eating dinner even before marriage, before having kids, is like okay, we are like getting done. But like for me to sit down next to each other and relax and talk about random shit is what spending time is.
I see. That makes sense.
Right. And if he
Yeah.
goes off to play, sometimes they forget timing. Like they
Oh my
might
God,
be
yeah.
playing for like 3, 4 hours.
Yes,
And
it
by that
gets
time,
away
like
from them.
and there could be dead bedroom issues too. You don't know
Yeah,
because of
no.
that.
Yeah,
Like
dark bedroom.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of, but again, I think they need to go for
Therapy.
counseling or something or talk it out. I think divorce is not the step.
Yeah. A lot of people are just like, we need to know more about this. Are there kids involved? Like, what's going on?
Because I remember Aditya used to play games, and they would have like cousin come over, and they would have like a whole
Yeah.
so like what we used to do, like his cousin's husbands, they would come over to our house, and me and his mom will go to that cousin's house in Jersey for the weekend, so they can have like weekend playing just PlayStation games on PlayStation. But then I think his brother and the cousins had a kids, and they stopped doing that. I feel like she probably just snapped by not getting enough time, because like I think as a woman we always attack on those things like, oh, you are still a boy, you're not growing up, like not understanding that you have other responsibilities and stuff. I think that's where she was coming from.
But it would be hurtful if someone would be like, you still like Sailor Moon? You still like
Oh
this? Like,
yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
true.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Or like you spend too much time doing your makeup. I don't know, like shopping, you know.
I mean, I mean, Adit says all the time, you're spending way too much time in getting ready, and I was like,
It's like that's your hobby.
I was like, I don't
It's your
care.
process.
I don't care. I will be fashionably late.
There you go. So
I could
maybe
care
it's like
less. Exactly, but it doesn't hurt me, and I'm not thinking about divorcing him.
No.
Anyways,
Skip it over
so
then.
Kandarp, you've been very quiet. Do you have any other takes?
yeah. How do you feel about this as a
Do
man?
you have any takes?
I mean, I think one, she should have brought it up way before
Yeah.
the
Before
marriage.
marriage.
I mean, if she had an issue about the whole gaming situation where she didn't like the hobby, instead of her just thinking that, oh, eventually he'll grow out of it, I don't think that was ideal at all. She should have brought that up beforehand and have clear the air before them getting involved or whatever the case may be, rather than a few years into the marriage and just her blowing up saying, hey, I thought you were just going to grow out of it, but you're not. And then just calling him childish just over that fact. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mean, yeah, going to the point of he's also right that the comments, a few of the comments I mentioned that, yeah, the hobby was there, hobby was already there before she came in the picture. And if that was the case, then yeah, I agree to a point. But yeah, I don't think the divorce is the answer.
Yeah. Definitely, they need to talk it out. But yeah, so OP is kind of an asshole, but the wife is an asshole too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Wife
guess
is an
everybody
a-hole.
Yeah.
sucks here.
Yeah. I mean,
Everybody's an
most people
asshole.
are saying not the asshole, but I guess they both suck without knowing all the
there
information.
any
No, it
comments
just there's
from
a lot of
OP?
not from him though. I
Click
didn't
on
see it.
the username.
Yeah, I didn't see any. I don't see any activity from him at all, except for other things,
Yeah,
but not related to this.
go on here.
The way I would say it is when if that's
Okay.
something they have a more in depth conversation over, and is that something that the wife refused to get over and gives the wife gives him ultimatum that hey, it's your gaming or me. then I think at that point I
That's
could say
divorce.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
He is
Someone, so whatever we wanted to know, we kind of got an option. So someone is like, info, how much time and money are we talking about? And are you perhaps slipping on responsibilities you should be taking care of? It's it's very gross that she did say this in most contexts, but I have little context to work with. If you're in some reasonable career for your age and reasonable afloat financially, then she's the asshole. She knew you when she chose to marry you, which is true. So OP responds, I only play video game 2 to 4 hours a week.
That's not
That's
bad
not
at
Okay.
bad. Yeah, that's
all.
not
No.
bad. I am doing a PhD and also
Oh.
working in a good company. She was upset because I don't have enough time to spend with her. And we didn't do anything the 14th, but
Ooh.
it's because of the PhD thesis. She didn't understand I was just too busy. It was not my decision to be busy at all. So I guess
It's just she's just
she's
taking things
just
out on
taking out of,
everywhere.
yeah, she's taking things out and taking out on that one thing that she thinks that he should cut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like clearly
Oh.
she's not
2
gonna
to 4 hours a week. What the heck? No.
Yeah.
yeah, but like
That's nothing.
I think she got pissed because he's busy doing his PhD stuff and still finding a time to play the game but not plan anything for 14th.
Hmm.
Maybe that's why she got mad. That's what I'm thinking. But 2 to 4 hours, I agree.
Yeah, that's
It's not bad,
nothing.
and it sounds like they don't have any kids. So
Oh, okay.
um
So she's in the asshole, maybe.
Yeah.
someone someone actually questioned that PhD thesis in February. Did you schedule something for Valentine's Day a different day, or did you just completely forget? Did you cancel last second? The 2 to 4 hour that week should have been spent with your wife.
Oh god.
So they are like that week,
Yeah.
not like all the time, but like I think
Right.
that week they are saying, I'm getting the impression you all have some more serious, deeply seated issue that you have completely ignored. She clearly resents you and your behavior. You can pretend she knew what she was getting, but that also sounds selfish, stubborn, unempathetic, and plain oblivious. You seem extremely avoidant. You threaten your wife with divorce the moment you feel insulted rather than try to communicate with her in any way. You run to Reddit to justify your emotions. I'm not buying this story.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Now I feel like he's an asshole. No, this is too
I
much
know.
emotion.
But
Wow.
that is true. Why didn't you try to communicate with your wife? Like, hey, why? I mean, wouldn't you like communicate with your wife if you were in that situation? Be like, why are you bringing all this up right now? Why didn't you ever bring it up before?
Oh yeah.
Before you even
Yeah.
There's only one
before
thing.
even you throw
Yes.
divorce on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like if
Unless there was other already stuff being piled up from
exactly,
other situations.
Oh my gosh.
Because if that was if there was other stuff that was already being piled up from before, then
Yeah.
probably would not.
yeah.
I can't believe I missed all things.
No, I mean he only did 3 comments
Oh, okay.
and like Whoopi's just trying to defend himself, I think, in his. So I think he's had already made up his mind that he's not.
Yeah.
And he's trying to take this story to his wife, saying that, see, I'm not the
I
asshole for
know.
throwing.
He is.
Mm.
You're right. So he is the asshole.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I don't know. This is.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely other issues that they need to
Yeah.
work out and figure out before anything.
Was like, so that same comment that he respond to, someone else said like, everyone sucks here. What she said was not okay. But to say you didn't have any time to spend with her on Valentine's, but still had time to game during the week is a bit much. And then someone else responded. He said he only games 2 to 4 hours a week and was busy working on his thesis on the 14th. He does that. How does that imply he doesn't also have time to spend with her? He never said he doesn't spend time with her throughout the week. She said she didn't get enough time, not that she's getting none. And the OP responses to that, like, I didn't say I had time to play lately. As I said, I was working on my dissertation.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Then I
so
question his timing of everything. That could he not have worked on his thesis on a different day?
Yeah. He chose to be like a
yeah.
jerk, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, either that or was it the case where the wife wanted to have it on the 14th and not, there before or after? Maybe that, yeah, he was working on his thesis on the 14th and maybe was thinking of plan or had something planned for the 15th instead or 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
we didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. In fact, my husband did try to plan something. He's like, let's go. I was like, yeah,
Going out that day is just
it's
not
crazy. I
fun.
know.
So I don't blame
But
anyone for doing it on the day
but I
before
don't
or
know. I
after.
feel like OP's trying to find
Yeah, like
everyone's
everyone's
look.
hanging on that guy. It's
Yeah.
like you're the asshole. But
I
it seems like he
they
just doesn't like
definitely
her.
they definitely work on their issues. There could be
Yeah.
other issues too, I feel like. So
Yes.
everyone sucks there.
Agree.
All right, let's move on
All right. Same.
because I'm over it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You no, do it again.
What?
I think you're just keeping this all the
No.
time.
Just
Okay,
because I was like,
fine.
I can't have rock. Well,
'Cause you're
because
like,
the rock beat scissors, rock beat
Yeah, you're
scissors.
right.
So I was like, all
all
right.
right, fine, whatever. I won then.
Yeah, accept the win.
All right. My story is from r/AITAH, and username is u/severe underscore knowledge underscore 937. Um, the title is Am I the asshole for telling my birth siblings to F off and leave me alone and I don't care about their stupid fudging parents?
Wait, birth sibling?
Birth sibling.
So
Maybe they're adopted. Someone's adopted.
OP's adopted.
oh,
Um,
wait, I'm confused.
maybe
So if
the
they're a birth sibling, then are they his parents too?
Yeah.
That's what I'm confused about. I was like, wait, if it's a birth parent,
I
aren't they
know
his
the title is that's why I read because I was like, what the hell is he talking
Like,
about
wait,
or
what?
she's talking about?
Let's get into
So
it,
that's
'cause
why I was like, okay, let's just get
I
into
don't
it.
know.
I
It's
know
hard to
title is
decipher.
confusing.
Yeah.
So I-20 male was adopted as an infant. Actually, I was found in an alley.
Oh.
And when my birth family didn't come forward to claim me and nobody knew who I was adopted. But I was an infant at the time, thankfully, so no long foster care experience. I was placed without anything to keep me warm in a low visibility area, and there was no sign I was lovingly placed. It basically looked like I was thrown away like trash. I have seen some old newspaper clippings about it. The story was told to me gradually throughout my childhood. Parents were always open about my adoption, though. I never felt othered. My family, parents, sibling, and extended family were my family, even if I was the only non bio kid in the family. I was loved, I was treasured, even, and I had a great life. But the circumstances around surrounding my adoption meant some stuff was unclear. Medical history being the biggest thing. I never really cared, but I got engaged a few months ago, and my fiance and I want children. And seeing the health stuff in my family had made me realize I have no idea if I could pass anything on to my future kids. After thinking it over, I did 23andMe genetic testing that I did it wrong, and I also mistakenly added myself to be found. I realized quickly after my results came in, but by then it was too late, and two birth siblings already found me. They are older. My birth parents had 5 kids before me. They all know about me and wants to know me. The birth siblings started off somewhat reasonable, but when I made it clear I didn't want to hear about my parents' story, they flipped a switch. They said how much their parents regretted giving me away and how they would have come forward, but they didn't want to get into trouble for abandoning me like they did. They believed I owed their parents and them the chance to get it all out there and to build a relationship. I stood my ground and I blocked them, but they followed me to social media and they insisted we are family and I should be kinder to them and their parents. I was told it's not like I'm just a half sibling. I am the baby who was missing. They send messages that were trying to make me feel bad for their parents, especially their mom, and it pissed me off. Almost after almost 3 months of dealing with them, finding ways around my blocking them, I told them to F off and leave me alone, and how I don't care about their stupid fudging parents. I had to delete my account because I it was just random accounts after random accounts, and I couldn't block them fast enough in their outrage over what I said. They told their parents didn't deserve that. Am I the asshole?
No.
No. Fuck them.
Right?
They
Yeah,
threw this
no.
baby away like trash.
Mhm.
Thankfully, he didn't have to go through that foster care life that we always hear about, like bad
Yeah.
things. Like he had good parents, but like, what the heck?
Yeah. And also, I don't know where it was, but what happened to leaving the baby at the church
The
stairs
firehouse,
or
at
the
the
fires?
hospital, like
Exactly,
they
fire
threw this
station.
thing.
They have this whatever the drawer kind of thing
Like
where
no
Yeah.
questions asked.
no
Yes,
question
Yeah.
is
right.
asked, but like they
I
if the
forget what
fire
it's called.
station is
Yeah.
closed, they have this small like drawer kind of thing where you can
Yeah.
just put the baby in and
They didn't
come
even
on.
care about this child.
Come on,
So
you could
they're
have done
assholes.
so much stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Put it outside a police station and drive away.
I mean, heck, if you didn't want her, just give it up for adoption.
Right. Like, what's wrong with you?
That was always the option.
There's always
Yeah, no
If you
right.
didn't
question
want her
asked.
in it,
Yes.
Yeah.
instead of just
This
like,
poor
leaving
baby.
it out somewhere.
And the way the OP said the part where I was placed without anything to keep me warm
Right.
in low visibility area, and there was no sign I was lovingly placed.
Exactly. They just
What
threw
the
him
F?
away. Yeah. What the heck?
And also, when you got pregnant, didn't you find out you could have
Yeah.
That's
done
what I'm
the
saying. It's
What
like
abortion?
you had to do. Birth
even
control. There were so
abortion.
many
Yeah, there was.
options. So
You
many
weren't even asked
Exactly.
for
options.
that. I mean, heck,
This
you
is
could easily
crazy.
gone through the proper channel of giving up your
Adopt?
child.
I am curious
Yes.
as though what is their reasoning. What do they think
I
like
know.
justified this? And
And they're like,
also,
especially for mom, like,
should they go to jail though now that they know like that they threw away this child?
I
Like, is there going to be
know.
any
No, I don't. There's
I don't
charges?
obviously
think so.
Really?
no.
A statutory
Limitations already passed
limitation,
that.
Crap.
right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right.
They're
There
such
has to
Either
be,
way,
assholes.
yeah, there has to be
yeah,
like
case by
case
case.
by
But
case, but some state has like 5-10 years, as far as I
Really?
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot my SUV law and order.
Yeah, right.
But it wasn't
It's been a
that like
while.
20 years though. I know
Oh,
that.
okay,
It
okay.
wasn't 20 years. It was like 5 or 10.
Yeah.
But in this case it's been 20 years, so I'm positive.
Damn.
the
Not that
siblings are
anything
the
should.
a-hole for
Exactly,
like
for
creating all these
supporting.
random accounts and like just
Yeah,
chasing
psychos.
after them.
I mean, the kid already said, I don't want to have any
Exactly.
relationship.
Just
Just move
move
on.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So there's
Move
no point
on.
of like creating all these fake accounts
Why do
and
you
like
want to know
do all
this
that.
sibling anyways?
Right.
Did
You
you
guys
I mean,
didn't care.
Up until now,
Yeah, up until now.
like my question is like how old those siblings were.
Right. They were probably much older.
yeah, because the
5 kids.
OP's what? How old?
OP's 20
OP's 20. Yeah,
and
Yeah,
so
they're at least
he's
a good 10 years,
23,
5 years.
25,
and he said
and he was a baby.
my birth parent had 5 kids before me.
Exactly.
So one of them was like really old enough to know better.
At least
Yeah,
like
27
least.
minimum.
Yeah.
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 26, 27.
Yeah.
I mean, if there
And
was
if
every
mom is
year,
getting
Mhm.
popping kid every year,
yeah,
Right.
then
26,
Yeah.
27,
I guess
yeah.
we don't know.
yeah.
But still, though,
Yeah.
I mean, that's still 26, 27. I think that's
Yeah.
still pretty
Old
mature.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So, a lot of people are like, not the asshole.
Definitely not.
Obviously not the asshole. But the top comment was more like a question, like, how does the conversation even go? Sorry, mom and dad try to kill you, but it would be really nice if you could help them feel less guilty about that.
Yeah.
F all the way off.
Good.
OP goes, it was more like, we know our parents abandoned you, but there were good reasons. You did feel bad for them if you knew those reasons. Please hear them out. Please be their son. Please make them happy. Let's all be a family.
What?
Yay. So that was his comment. And then
God.
someone else responded, which got like a lot of vote and 2 hearts. Um, that did be a solid response to siblings. Hey, thanks for reaching out. The timing is actually pretty uh fortuitous.
Fortuitous, but I don't know
Yeah.
what it means.
I don't know what it means either.
No idea.
Mm, uh, well, as I have been asking to authorities regarding the statute of limitation
There you go.
when it comes to abandoning a baby in any alleyway, can you provide me with up-to-date contact information of our parents? I will go ahead and relay that to the lead investigators. Thanks.
Wow. Well, fortuitous means happening by accident or chance rather than design, or happening by lucky chance.
Okay.
We learn a lot with
I
these.
know.
Fortuitous.
Yeah.
Is there more to the story?
That's
No
it.
way. Oh,
Yeah. Let me go and see if he comments anymore.
is this a newer story?
Yeah, it's like 6 hours old.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I'll come back with an update on
Yeah,
that.
we'll have to save that. That's a good one.
I mean, he has a lot of comments. We will put the link down if anybody wants to
Yeah.
go. Um, but people are just saying like asking questions and he's just responding that why did you decided to do 23andMe, which he already talked about that he wanted to find out
Right.
if and yeah, if I was adopted, I would probably do the same thing to get the medical history.
Right. It's very important. Have you guys ever done 23andMe?
My brother has done not 23andMe, but something else to find out. And
Did anything come out of it?
I think my family might have I forgot, high blood pressure or something
Oh.
like that. He sent the whole thing. And then
Oh.
like there was like we have like certain percent of European in me and then even like African in
Really?
me. But they're like very, very like less, like 2% or like
That
very
kind of makes me
minor and
want to do it.
1%. I have to see if I can find it, but my brother sent it and I was like, wow, this is interesting. But it was like almost a year ago. So I don't know if I saved it or not. But I'm
Very
pretty sure he
interesting.
has it.
But was it stuff that you guys didn't know, or did you already know, like, oh,
Some
this
of the
runs in my
stuff,
family?
yeah.
Okay.
Some of the stuff like health issues, like we were like, okay, we need to um watch out for this. Which makes me feel like I want to do it. But
Yeah,
again,
me
I
too.
want laws to be a little bit stricter before I do it.
That's true. Anyone could find you and like, I don't know. I don't
I
like
mean, you
that.
can block that, but
Oh, okay.
I also want to make wonder like all of our DNA if that's
That's
out.
true.
Like, is the government gonna be using our DNA against us? You know, because like I know I'm not gonna be committing any crime, but what if some family member is been caught through me? Because remember that
Yes, a
what is
bunch
that?
of cases, right?
What was this oldest case about? Like this guy, it wasn't it the guy in California during the blackouts?
Yeah.
What was his name? And he got caught like after all this year, like,
Wait, which one
and
was
he got
he?
caught because of that.
Yeah, but didn't they say it was his brother or something? Or
Someone else
through
got
his brother?
DNA
Yeah,
test,
that's
and
what it
that's how
was.
they
Yeah,
found.
yeah, you're
But it
right.
was
You're
through
right.
one of the family member.
Was he the Golden Gate?
I think
Golden
so.
State?
A Golden
Golden
State or
Gate?
something. Like
Golden
I
Gate
forgot. Like
something. Golden
he
Bridge?
I need to find out. Now it's gonna bother me.
I
But
know. Yeah, let
anyways,
us know.
but I think that's why I want laws to be a little bit stricter before I do it. But again, my brother already did it, so someone is gonna keep
There you
coming
go.
and find it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys gonna do?
Nah.
No.
I want to. I want to see what happens.
I mean, the question is like, what else am I gonna know
Oh,
that I don't
I
already
know they
know? I
give
mean,
you
other
full
Yeah.
than
detail.
back like medical history, I don't really care for that.
What
But
if we
that's what I'm saying. Medical, they give really good details on Akash, like what stuff we need to work on.
I think some people find out that they're not even like their parents aren't their parents.
Oh
Like stuff
yeah,
like that. That would
we are
be
definitely gonna find those
wild.
stories because there is a lot of
Oh
stories
yeah,
on Reddit
sure.
like
we have to
that.
make that a thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I have no desire on
I
going
mean,
through
I know
that.
I'm my parents' kid because I look like
Yeah, right.
unless I got switched at
Exactly.
I don't think I got switched at hospital, but
Yeah.
my kid looks like my brother apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I actually even have like trying to find a root of where you're from or half part generation, which I mean, yeah, there's going to be some mix, but
I mean,
at the
I don't.
same
That's what I'm
time,
saying. I'm not worried about that. I
yeah,
will. I will
exactly.
definitely want to get tested for medical history though,
Mhm.
because a lot of time, especially that we are coming from India, like parents didn't really keep track of their parents' medical history.
That's true.
Like I have arthritis. It's supposed to be hereditary, and we don't know anybody in my family ever had it. I
Mhm.
was the first one to have in my whole both side family.
Supposedly,
Before you guys had
Exactly,
kids,
yeah,
supposedly.
supposedly.
before you guys had kids, did you do any kind of testing to determine things like that? If it would be passed on, like arthritis or something, like
So arthritis is like right, but when you get pregnant, they do genetic testing on your kid,
okay,
especially you're 30 years or older.
Oh,
They do genetic testing to see if
shouldn't they do that before, or is there not a way to do
no,
it? Oh,
no.
see, I
So
don't know.
like to see if the baby's like
Oh, got it.
Good for the baby.
but good for the baby, right? And let's say if you're younger than 30 years and if your family has some kind of history, like let's say you have a
You
family
can get
member
it done
who
either
has
way. I
you
don't
can do
think,
yeah.
it's
I
not
mean you
like
can
it's
do it this
required.
this
Yeah.
23andMe, you can do it yourself if you
Oh,
want to,
right.
right? Like they're not gonna come
Right.
and tell you. But like let's say if once you get pregnant, I got genetic testing both times to find out
The baby's gonna have
babies are
anything.
babies have anything.
Yeah.
So I have that option too. How sad is this story though? Let's move on because we're always going off of the topic. But I feel so bad for the OP that he was left this way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like now that I'm mother, I mean even before, like I would see movies and stuff like that and something happens to kid. But like as a mother, I'm like, I don't know if I can ever leave the kid.
Mm. Makes sense.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
cannot let go.
I
I
really
agree.
want to know the reasoning.
I know.
Not that it'll be good enough, but I really
Mm,
I
want
want.
to know.
don't care.
I'm
I wouldn't at this point
hoping.
if I was that if I was in issues, I probably wouldn't care
No,
either.
I mean, I get it. I would be so pissed, but I would. You know what? I
Because
would
at
want
this
to know.
point,
No, I would want to know
no, because at
what
this point
reason
he
you
has a
think
good
is a good.
family already,
Yeah, he
right?
has a good family,
Yeah.
but like for
So
me,
it's like,
He got
why
lucky
go through the
though.
drama? Why go through all the other stuff?
mhm.
Yeah.
But things could have happened. Like he could have been in a foster system if nobody
Yeah.
adopted him,
Yeah, no,
or
but
even if like he didn't got
whatever happened
adopted by
happened
the
for a
good.
reason.
Mm-hmm.
But then
I
no
know.
need to go digging
I
in the past.
know.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
It is a tough one. I don't care, man. Even if I'm struggling financially, I'm not giving up my kid.
They should have never had it if that was the reason for them, like the financial thing. They already had 5. What did like?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because 5 kids, I'm like financial thing. But then I'm like,
Yeah.
why do we
Right.
even have a 5 kids?
Right.
But
Exactly.
or never heard about protection people.
Right.
Like,
Come on.
I wonder if the sixth baby was somebody else's.
Ooh.
The dad being somebody else.
But even that.
but then why would
I
he
don't
feel
know.
bad about the
Yeah.
mom? Because like, remember that he said specifically their
Yeah, I know.
mom.
Yeah.
Because they
That's a
said
good
especially their mom,
But
right?
still, she could have taken precautions.
I It's precaution.
I guess if
but
you don't believe in
20 years ago, we don't know what was the situation. Like they want to keep it hush hush.
But
And
didn't
then
people ask what
That's
happened to
too
your
much.
baby? Like
exactly.
I think that's a
Yeah,
bit
doesn't
too
people
much.
like see like, hey, you were pregnant and now baby's not there? What happened?
Nope. Some people are just good at not showing their belly, I guess.
I guess.
Yo,
Wearing
no,
loose
even
dresses or
or
whatever.
I guess,
Hoodies.
Yeah.
or she was just big and people just didn't.
Yeah, right. Like she already looked that way.
Oh my god, I don't know. Anyways, guys, let's move on because this was very depressing story.
It was depressing. There's so many thoughts that I'm like,
But I would definitely keep track of it because
yeah,
I really want to
please
know if
let
the
us
OP,
know. Maybe we can talk about it next episode.
if OP, I don't think OP. Oh, I think OP has like very strong ground where
Yeah,
he's like,
I
I'm
don't
done
blame
with
him.
it. I don't want to hear about
Yep.
it. I don't think anything's gonna change.
I don't blame him at all.
But he can file restraint order.
Yeah,
Restraining
if the
order
whole
is-
restraining
family.
Oh,
order.
yeah.
If they keep on
Keep coming after him.
persisting, yeah.
yeah, then I think he can get restraining order against the family.
Hopefully they just leave him alone.
Mhm.
Gosh.
My story is posted on relationship_advice. Posted by General Bison 6.
Bison.
The title is 34 male, wife, 34 female, of 15 years, won't forgive me, but also don't let me divorce her. So the story is, hey, dear Reddit, sorry if it may be long, but I need your help. So my story: I, male 34, and my wife, female 34, have been together for 15 years since the start of the uni. Married for 8 years. We grew together, graduated together. We moved city together. We built family together. Also, I was her first with everything. I'm trying to cut it short. I can remember multiple conflicts between us during our whole relationship, but I already admit that I think she was the dominant side of all times. After our marriage, I begged her to have a child, and she was delaying it all the time. After a while, we decided to finally try for it, and then surprise, we couldn't have one. We had a really hard time during the whole infertility process, and 3 unsuccessful IVFs already. A lot of tears and blaming everything. I begged her to start some sport, to become healthier. She never ever walked more than a mile in her life. I really enjoy sports. I begged her to have a hobby, but she told me she only enjoys the time when I'm home. I already worked at 2 jobs and earn almost all of our money. She worked in home office. When I was finally at home from work, I couldn't go to the gym or have rest or something because she told me she was waiting for me all day. So we did what she wanted. Life has changed when 4 years ago she got pregnant somehow, spontaneously, and we had our son. We were the happiest. I love them more than I could imagine. My son is the middle of my world. But after our son's birth, nothing was as I expected. She wanted me to get up for the baby all the time at night because she needs to sleep. So nights were fully mine. She also wanted me to spend all the afternoon taking care of my son because she told me she was with him all day. She never made food, never cleaned the house. She didn't have to. We had a lady for them. It was okay for me. I wanted her to feel good. I also suggested a daycare, but she refused. I was horrible, tired for working in 2 jobs and also doing this much for my son, especially because of up all night. I made a lot of mistakes at work. I tried to communicate everything with my wife multiple times for months, but she is proudest and the most stubborn person I ever met, with a really conservative family behind her, so nothing happened. She just got angry. He took everything as an attack. And I had an affair. Only one woman, but for months, both emotional and physical. I was so stupid. I don't want to blame my wife. It was my fault. And I felt unheard and really unhappy. I never had a time for anything I liked. I felt like I'm her robot. When she asked if something happened, I admitted to her. I broke contact with the woman and started therapy. And it was 10 months ago already. I had to move out right after. And since then, we are nowhere. My wife says I destroyed their life. She just says that nothing else. I'm living in a rented place and she lives with our kid at our big house. She don't want to even hear about a divorce or selling the house. She couldn't pay the loans and etc. She wants to stay there in our house and let me be with my son when she feels like that, and refuses it if she feels like that. She also had a short relationship already with a man, but ended it. I consider that it was just to make me angry. She also don't want to hear about reconcile, but that kills me. I want a solution. I love my son so much. Now I feel like I could deal with an unloving marriage because I don't want to be a part-time dad. I promised everything to my wife I could, but I also don't want to him to be develop a issue with future relationship because he see our dad's marriage. I would be the happiest if my wife could change a bit, but she's in therapy since then, and she never admits of any problems. I've told her. She just repeats that I cheated and I destroyed. She can't forgive. She can't divorce because she said I destroyed our life and my son deserves to live in a big house and I need to pay for the loans for a lifetime because I'm the one who messed up. But with this solution, I can't move on. I can't have a home. I can't be with my son in my own place. I'm paying an insane amount of loans for a house I'm not living in. I suggested cutting everything in half, but she refuses. She said she wants to stay there in our house. She says I should be already happy that she's letting me be with my son at all, and she can reduce my time with my son easily. I can't start a lawsuit against her because I still have a hope that maybe I could live with my son again. Not being with him every morning kills me. He is my everything. Do you think there's a chance she'll forget? Maybe a marriage counseling would help? What now? What do you think?
No.
No,
They need to divorce and move on and
that no, their marriage was bad from
yeah.
day one.
At some
Even
point, it got bad. I mean, they were high school. I mean, or not
I
high
mean
school.
they were
They were
yeah, but
together
like
since university.
Yeah.
But at some point, it got
yeah, but
bad.
like see the way the story goes, she didn't want to have kids in the beginning, so she
Yeah.
delayed the process. That makes me
Mm-hmm.
wonder that she didn't want to have kids at all. And she was delaying it as much as she can, and then she had to cave in because he kept on probably forcing on it.
Or
Like
insisting. Yeah.
kept on
Yeah.
insisting, and she's like, okay, fine, I have to give him this, otherwise he's gonna leave me. So that's what I got from that. Again, I'm reading under the
Yeah.
lines.
Right.
Between the lines.
The other thing after that was like they were trying and not didn't work, whatever. But then part where after you come home, want you home. You cannot go out to do workout or anything.
Yeah.
That's another red
Very
flag. Like,
possessive.
very possessive. What the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any life outside of the house other than husband. So there's another issue over there where you could have been seeing that. Then once she got pregnant and she started not doing anything, um, that is another red flag. And plus, like she could be going with postpartum depression.
Mm-hmm.
And also her behavior where she's like, oh, you take care of the kid every chance that he's home. And she was trying to be like, oh, I need rest. Makes me also think like maybe she did not want it to have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Because like
Yeah.
I mean, yes, postpartum depression can do that too, but the beginning when she was
Because she didn't
pushing
want to
the
have a
time,
kid to
yeah,
begin with.
is like making me wonder like, oh, now I'm giving you kid, you take care of the baby.
Right.
And now I think now she's using kid as an excuse to still hold OP as a hostage in this situation.
Yeah, but
That's what
that's
I'm
the thing. It's
thinking.
like she,
Like
well, why didn't she,
she's
I
like, I'm
guess,
not
yeah.
gonna give you divorce, right?
Yeah.
Like if let's say if I didn't had a kid and I'm like so trying to get revenge. If I
Mm-hmm.
don't give a divorce, and I'm like, you pay for the house, OP could be like, F you, I'm not gonna pay for a house.
Mm-hmm.
But just because the fact that my
There's,
kid is I'm using my kid
so she's using the
Yeah.
kid as a leverage.
leverage to be like, okay, I'm gonna make you pay for the house
Mm-hmm.
and you keep working and you also find a way to pay for wherever you are leaving.
Mm.
She's just making sure that he has the rest of the life is miserable, and she's I'm pretty sure she's gonna brainwash the boy against the dad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very bad situation. I think the kid needs to be in therapy right now.
That too. What do you think about the whole situation where they went to the infertility process with three unsuccessful IVF, but then all of a sudden, boom.
She just got pregnant.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I think she probably stepped out because, like, how did she?
I
all of a
know,
sudden
but
get
I have also heard the situations where I know people personally who had unsuccessful IVF, but then somehow got pregnant
That's
naturally. So it could be anything. I mean, he
could
didn't say that there was infertility issue with him. Like it could be that sperm count kind be low, but that doesn't mean that he can't get anyone pregnant, you know? Um, but I think this is very toxic situation.
toxic.
Oh, yeah.
Super toxic
Oh, 'cause,
situation. They
like, why did she-
definitely need therapy. And yes,
I mean,
I mean
he's
they,
going through it.
he's going
Yeah.
through it, but like I feel like this woman is not gonna let me be clear. This woman is not gonna let you go anytime soon.
No, never.
Never.
I mean,
But for
it
your
seems
son,
like he's
yeah,
at the same point too. He's like, so what the heck do I do now?
exactly.
Yeah.
You are very much stuck. So for your son's sake, I would, if I'm in that situation for my son's sake, I would try to be like, okay, for parenting, we should go as a couple counselor so we can do like a good parenting just for our son. We don't have to be like a couple again.
Assuming
And
she
hopefully,
agrees.
huh?
Assuming she agrees to that.
I mean, I hope she agrees for the son. Otherwise, you can just say like, I'm gonna go to the court. I don't know. You need to find some kind of leverage on her
First thing
because
first is paternity test. 'Cause you know, it's very sus.
you're very
sus.
suspicious about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true too. That's true. But way OP was talking, looks like she would never was leaving the house. So
Yeah, that's true.
when is she getting time to leave and do anything? She's not letting him leave.
That's true.
But somehow he figured out how to cheat.
Exactly. And he said he had no time for
Yeah.
anything. Okay.
I
He's
know.
working
Somehow
two
he
jobs.
found
Yeah.
time. But like OP, you made a really big mistake. If you were not happy in your relationship, you could have divorced and then went that way. But
Yeah,
you
because
messed up
by having an
because by
affair, she
having
has a leverage.
she has a leverage and I mean, I think she might have worked with you before you cheated, but now
yeah.
now she has that upper hand. I'm
cooked.
Yeah.
sorry, woman can be very revengeful.
Yes.
So I mean, that's how I got this house for a very cheap price because of that, because of very toxic situation and
That the previous owner was in.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, the previous owner. It was somewhat similar situation. Actually, almost yeah. Yeah, it was the same situation. Where wife was not letting him sell the house. She wasn't signing the papers to sell the house because he cheated, and she was like, "You pay the mortgage." Wow. Even though you can't afford it. So yeah, we got a house for a very cheaper price in such a
Mm.
crazy market.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm telling you, she's not gonna leave you anytime soon. I really I hope you find some good solution. But please get the therapy for the kid, because this kid is going through a lot of trauma and
I mean, the kid's right now, what, probably
dude, even
Yeah,
if the
a
kid is
year, less
4,
than a year.
no, 4 years old.
Is it 4 years old? Where did they go?
I
Oh,
think you
no.
said 4 years ago she got pregnant,
Oh,
didn't
Oh
she?
yeah,
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
So kid is 4 years old.
Yeah.
Not a good situation for the
Yeah.
kid.
Mhm.
So I'm worried about the kid. So if you're worried, then definitely get a therapy for him, or
That's that's gonna be if the kid is living with the mom, that's gonna be the mom decision.
no, he's still father, so he can still make a decision on that. They haven't done
They're not divorced
I
yet.
mean, they're not
Living
divorced yet,
separate.
so he can still get the therapy for the kid. And why would mom say no? If she says no and he goes to the court for divorce, he can say like, she's not good mom.
Yeah.
Mm.
That could be used against her. So I don't think she will.
There you go. That could be leverage.
Yeah. So I don't think she
Use
would. I mean, I would say like start collecting evidence. I mean, you guys are already living separate. Some of the state is like, if you're living separate,
for a couple of years.
after a year or two, don't
Yeah. You
like.
don't
I
need
think
to both.
I mean, I would say like look at the law and figure it out. Maybe get in contact with the lawyer and get the advice from lawyer. But I'm sorry you're in this situation, but you did made it worse by cheating on her.
Mhm. So there's been a couple updates based on the questions that's been posted, and it's been similar questions that we talked about. One was um, one of the comments that he posted, or the edits that he posted was, "Am I sure if the child is mine? I haven't done a DNA test, but honestly, he's a copy of me. We look
you
so
go.
similar, and so no doubt it's mine." One is just divorce her. I filed the divorce, but she refused to sign it. Now, the only way is going through the long process of lawsuit where it can take years, or other solution would be to finally agreeing with 50-50 custody and money, but she wants more on both. And then the other comment is about a therapy. I'm in individual therapy since I moved out, 10 months. She's also. I told her to decide if I file for divorce right now, or we start marriage counseling. And she chose marriage counseling, but told the marriage counseling on the first day that she'll never forgive.
Yeah, we don't need the forgiveness. You don't need the forgiveness. Just be like, okay, let's work it out right now to see if we can be good parents.
Yeah.
Let's just focus on that and then work on it. Like, I mean, get her in there somehow and
Mhm.
stick with it. Then work on one issue at a time, I guess. I mean, you have a lot of issues in the marriage
So many.
other than cheating too. So just start working on the other ones before you go on the bigger issue.
It's one of the posts that he commented back on. Um, so the comment was, no, she'll never forget. You
Yeah.
should have done the counseling before blowing up your
Oh,
marriage
yes.
with that affair.
Mhm.
You're never coming back from that. Just get divorced.
Yeah.
His comment is that she also doesn't want to get divorced. That's the problem.
She doesn't want to get divorced because she wants to take revenge. She is thinking that you messed up her life because now she's has one kid. It's gonna be hard to find a man.
Well, she
I'm
was in a
telling you,
relationship for a little bit, so
she was never in a relationship. This
after.
he's no, he's her first for
But
everything.
no, after she had a short relationship.
She did?
Mhm.
Did she have a short relationship?
No, it said after.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah, so she
did.
did have short. Yeah, yeah, she had a short relationship after they're
Right.
separated.
So she can definitely find another man. She just wants, like you said, revenge. She
Revenge.
wants
Doesn't
him
want
to
to. Yeah,
suffer.
Oh my god. Also, like people, I mean, I get it. It's a very bad situation. Someone will cheat on me. My husband cheat on me. I'm like, I will murder you. But
Mhm.
also, I'm also be like, it's too much
It is. I would just let it
energy. I would be
go.
like, you know what?
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. And the next person is gonna lose them how they find them.
Yep.
You know, like
Yep.
why waste my energy, also rest of my life on this loser who cheats on me?
Right.
Right? Like I would
Mhm.
rather be like, you get out of my life. I mean, if we have son, I'm sorry. Yes, we have to work together till the boy is 18. But other than that, I would be like, I don't want to see your face
Yes.
after that.
Mm.
Hoppy's wife, please find better way to live your
Yeah,
life.
leave him alone. Just move
Even
on.
if you find someone for a short time, that person is not going to stick around if you put so much energy on ruining someone else's life, because they will see like how what a evil person you are, and that you will bring the same energy into that relationship. So
Yeah.
just move on. It's wasting your time. That person doesn't deserve your time.
yeah.
Does he say anything?
No, I
Yeah.
mean, everybody else says get a divorce attorney.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
he
that's
definitely needs to
your
get.
best bet at this point.
Yeah.
Gosh,
It's like
marriages are
because
scary.
I
one of the other
know.
comments
Like, why
suggested,
cheat?
yeah, it was one of the other comments mentioned just this, you don't need her signature to get a divorce.
Yeah.
But then she said if she in that case, she would have the full custody of the child,
Yeah.
and then he would have to file a separate court for a custody battle.
Yeah.
That's so
But then the
difficult.
separate comment on that suggested that since you make the most money, you can show that you can provide.
Provide, yeah.
Ooh, right.
Yeah, but the tricky thing is, even if he can provide a lot of time, unless you have a strong proof that mother is very bad influence on a kid, then
They're always going
only
to side on the mother.
then
Typically,
only court will give you full custody. Otherwise, court is still gonna give 50-50, minimum 50-50. Um,
And I think he's fine with 50-50, it seems like.
he's
No,
not
he's
fine.
not
He
fine
said,
with-
I don't want to be 50-50
Right.
parent.
No. He
I don't
said
want to be part-time parent. That's what he said.
Yeah, right?
No, so he
He
okay,
said,
so
I
let
don't
me-
want to be part-time parent where I
Yeah.
only have 50%
Right.
custody.
No, because even on the bottom, so on the update about him giving the one of the edits,
Okay, so he
and
gave the
he
edit.
yes, so on the edit said other solution would be to finally agreeing with 50-50 custody and money.
Right. That's
But
finally
she wants
agreeing.
That-
more.
Yeah, but that was the last. When you read the original, he said, I don't want to be a full-time part-time
Part-time.
Yeah.
parent.
Hmm.
Because that's why I remember he said part-time. I don't want to be part-time because
Mhm.
like my son is my sender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I think when he said the part-time, I think it was also the part
but
case because
yeah, but a
she
lot of
wouldn't let me see
time
him.
like court always tries to keep kids to the mother more unless mother is not stable or something or very bad for the child or abuser towards child. Then yeah, a lot of time.
It's interesting. You can actually tell on his profile. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. When he started cheating on her,
What?
he went on Reddit asking advice for first date.
Oh,
Are you kidding?
oh my god.
Jesus.
When you go to his
he's
profile-
ruthless.
Oh my god.
Or at least he commented on it.
This is very not good.
Mm-mm, so
I'm really so toxic. So OP is in a very toxic relationship and OP needs to just divorce her.
Yes.
If she allows it.
If she allows it.
Get involved with a lawyer. I'm sorry. Get involved with a lawyer and try to figure it out what's the best scenario. I'm pretty sure that's what they are getting
I
paid
think if I'm not mistaken, the idea probably that the lawyer's going to say is get the divorce first,
Mhm.
then
And
fight
then
for the
fight
custody.
for the
Mhm. Don't
Don't worry
custody,
about
yeah.
trying to fight the custody battle and divorce at the
Mhm.
same time.
Yeah. Yeah, but good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm sorry that
will
you're
need
in
it.
that situation, but you're definitely
we'll,
gonna need
we'll
it.
see. I'll keep an eye on
I'm
it
pretty
because
sure he's
Yeah.
active if he's asking for advices for the first date.
Yeah.
I mean that was more than a year ago.
I know, but that was helping cheating. So
Yeah. That was more than a year
he's
ago.
gonna
that
come
he
back.
posted
I
on
have a
there.
feeling he's gonna come back with the update.
I'm sure. I mean, this was posted 6 hours ago,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and he's
I think
been
we are gonna get
pretty-
end-to-end update till he gets the custody or something,
Oh.
or even after that, if wife is there to make his life as hell.
2 hours ago. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
Oh.
wife is gonna be there to make your life as hell. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure. So you're gonna show us
Good luck.
updates for long years to come, probably.
Mhm.
All right,
This
guys.
is his actual account too, so it's not a fake account.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, guys. That's it for today. Let us know if you have any takes. Please comment down below. Like our channel, please share, like, and subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.